So I know we've done this question already, but I really want to show you how to do a question like this on your calculator. So we've got the original right here, y equals to 2x minus 6. What I want to plot is I want to plot this first, and then I'm going to show you how to do the absolute value, and we're going to compare the two things. So we're going to put 2x minus 6 into our calculator. So I've got it running here, y equals to 2x minus 6. I'm just going to put it in my calculator, hit a graph, and show you that I indeed got exactly what I did on the previous podcast. A couple things to note here that are really, really important. Number one is here, right there. There's your minus 6. That's your y-intercept. The other thing that's important to kind of indicate is right here. That is your critical point at 3. And if you remember how we got that, we had 2x minus 6, we let that equal to 0 because of course that is an x-intercept when y equals to 0. So we let that equal to 0, bring the 6 over, you got 2x equals to 6, divide by 2, x equals to 3. So that's how we got that point right there. Okay, so that being said, let's look at a few other things here and let's shop and compare. All right, so there's our critical, or I should say our y-intercept. We absolute value that. That should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be up here. And we should get a graph that kind of looks like that and like that. Now, so I'm going to find the absolute value on my calculator. I'm going to show you how to graph that now. So I'm going to go back to y equals 2. I'm going to leave 2x minus 6 in there, and you can see what our graph should look like. It should look like that. So I need to find absolute value. The way you find it is you hit this button that says math right there. You mouse over to num, and first thing that comes up is ABS, which of course means absolute value. Just hit enter, and now put the equation in. 2x minus 6, and you can see that it in fact shows you 2x minus 6 with the straight up and down brackets, the vertical brackets, indicating that this in fact is your absolute value. And it's going to be in red. So it's going to go right over top of our original graph, but now in red. Check it out. Boom. Exactly what I wanted. Exactly what I showed you here and what we predicted. Whereas this right here is going to be the absolute value of negative 6, which works out to be our new y-intercept of y equaling to 6. All right, and then we've got our intercept here, still stays the same. That's our critical point. And if you notice, this part of the graph right there, look, I'll erase all of this stuff so that you can see it. This part of the graph stays the same. So in fact, you should, if we move this graph, if we could move this graph, what you would see is you would see the blue line right underneath this. So this tells you that it's this portion of the graph that got flipped. I think it's really, really cool and imperative to know how to do this on your calculator as well as pen and paper. It just gives you a whole new flavor for things.